Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. We're at the glorious Rainbow Room to bring you a sneak peek at the new musical BANDSTAND, which welcomes back to Broadway Cott, Laura Osnes, and Beth Level. Directed and choreographed by Tony Award winner Andy Blankenbuehler, it will open on April 26th at the Jacobs Theater. Enjoy. What has this whole journey been like for you two, working with Andy Blankenbuehler?
It's been a journey about learning how to start over in a lot of ways. It's been a journey about not accepting good enough. It's been a journey about learning how to push yourself harder and deeper and to keep breaking the mirror and keep breaking the mold. And even if ultimately you don't use the stuff that comes out of the breaking, Andy has taught us that the process of going and breaking something and starting to rebuild it, even if you end up back where you started will be deeper and richer and better and more artful.
Yeah, I mean, Richard has known Andy for nearly 30 years. I just met Andy 4 years ago when we first approached him about this project, 3.5 years ago, actually. And, you know, everyone knows him as this incredible choreographer, but it's been so wonderful to find out that he's one of the most incredible dramaturgs and directors that I can imagine working with. He is such a visionary thinker and,
yes. Asks the right questions and never stops asking questions.
I think in American culture especially, there's such pent-up energy. The 40s had it, modern music has it right now, where the hip-hop beat is so bass-heavy, it's trying to scream out so many things. I think swing is very similar to that. I think it's a very sexy era. I think that there's a lot of sweat on the dance floor that is very exciting to me. People went to the clubs and people listened to music and people played music to work through stuff that they didn't understand. And I love that. That's why I do what I do for a living, because I'm trying to process things. Like, I think right now I'm a better father than I've ever been. I'm a better man than I've ever been. And that's because I've spent years listening to music, working on good pieces of art that have helped me learn about myself and learn about my situation.
In this room, we're at the Rainbow Room.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming. It's thrilling. It's thrilling to be doing an original Broadway show. And I'm beyond words. And yet I will speak eloquently about my feelings and maybe do a dance step.
I want to see that. Wait, working with Andy Blankenbuehler, what's it like watching him work?
You are watching. He's going to blush. A genius working. I do. I sit on the floor, and I just like to be in his oxygen and hear his vocabulary. He'll be doing a step because he's such a good storyteller. And yes, they're dance steps, but he'll talk about the feeling of the step. He'll look at the dancers and he'll go, I want you to ooh, pow, pow, bwah. And then they go, oh yeah, pow, pow, bwah.
You play Mrs. Adams?
I play her mother. Yes, and Julia, played by Laura Osnes, has lost her husband in the war. And it's been a couple of years, and I, as a mother does, or a father, am so desperate for her to find joy and love again. So maybe I push a little. Maybe I push a lot.
I mean, we loved the paper mill experience that we had a year and a half ago, and we are over the moon that we get to do it on Broadway. It was
pretty surreal walking into this room this morning. This is I think what most of the show looks like in a lot of our heads. So
in Bandstand, this is where we want to get to. We want to get to a bandstand in the sky, and we are literally in the Rainbow Room in a bandstand in the sky.
What an incredible throwback to another time.
Totally, a total throwback. I mean, you just think you can see people dancing to swing music in this room.
Mm-hmm. So, working with Andy Blankenbuehler, I mean, what's that like being in the room with him?
Speaking as a strictly saxophone player, he makes my dancing look good. He's the real deal. If you didn't know already, he gets it done.
I play Davey Zlatic, the bass player for the Donny Nova Band.
I play Wayne Wright, the trombone player for the Donny Nova Band as well.
And working with this company, what it's meant to you, I mean, your director-choreographer, Andy Blankenbuehler.
I think people throw the word genius around a lot, but he genuinely is a genius, and it's so nice to be in the room with someone that you trust, like implicitly, anything he says, yeah.
And to play serviceman coming home from a war, it's nice to have a leader who I would follow into battle at a moment's notice. So Andy is that for us, and it's a gift.
And then you have Corey Cott and Laura Osnes.
Yeah, speaking of leaders, if you want someone to lead your battalion, it's Corey Cott and Laura Osnes. Yeah, having those guys at the helm of our ship is, you couldn't ask for two better human beings to be in the room with. Yeah.
Generous, graceful, talented, funny. It doesn't get any better than them.
Strong ammunition, plenty of talent, and burning ambition. Songs are authentic as well. From living through 4 years of hell, Johnny needs something to block up the memories, break this insomnia spell. Say, cream rises, what if nobody tasted it? That cream rises, it spoils, gonna be wasted. So make it all worth it, give it on me. Going from Cleveland to Hollywood Street, Johnny no Pixie, he's gonna win first prize. Johnny no Pixie, he's ready to rise.
It's been an amazing journey. I started doing readings of this show almost 2.5 years ago, so to see it change and evolve actually a lot over the last few years, or a couple years, and to finally see it find its Broadway home after doing the paper mill production, it's been really incredible. We can't wait.
What a great role for you, and a different type of your voice.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the reason why I've wanted to stick with this project, is that I've fallen in love with Julia and her richness, the complexity, the layers, the depth. It's really rich acting-wise, and also, yes, the singing stuff is great. It's a completely original score, so I'm getting to put my stamp on all of these songs that are being heard for the first time, but so in the style of the 40s. It's great. I haven't really gotten to do that.
And to be part of creating a brand new American musical, what that means to you.
It's incredibly rewarding, and we've all gotten to do that together. Like, we've become like a band. We really have. We have a text thread that we have been on for the last year and a half, and yes, originating a role is always the most exciting and most kind of fulfilling blessing that any actor can hope for. And to know my history with the project and finally see it happening is amazing. I can't wait. I had a moment in rehearsal just a couple days ago where I was like, this is finally actually happening, and I can't wait to be on stage doing it for people. There comes that time where our hearts are so full of this story that we can't wait to share it.
People would always ask, what's your dream role? What do you want to do someday? And I would always say, I want to originate a role in a new musical. Whether that's Sondheim, that'd be incredible, or Adam Guettel, or whoever it is. But the fact that I get to do it with this show for the first time is the most... I'm so at bay about it. It's the character is extremely dense, extremely complex. As actors, we try to figure out other humans and how to tell their stories. And Donnie's a character that I could play for years and still not figure out. There are so many different qualities going on inside him. He's a charming leading frontman of a band, but he's also broken. He was in war and he's broken, and he has to figure out how to deal with that. But he's also a survivor. He's a survivor. He finds a way to survive, so he's going to do whatever he can to win and to get through whatever he's dealing with for the sake of society. He believes he has something to offer our society, and that is good music. And so there's so many qualities. It's extremely fun. The most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life.
What an incredible score you get to sing.
I know, completely original swing score. It's never been done before. It's not based on anything. And our writers, Richard Oberacher and Rob Taylor, have put so much nuance and subtlety and integrity into the score. It sounds like it's straight out of the 1940s, but it's completely original. You've never heard it, and it sizzles. It sizzles, it jives, and that paired with Andy's choreography is just, it takes my breath away every day. Every single day, I look around this room and I go, I can't believe I'm here. You know, it's amazing.
Fight for ourselves.